children's whispering sounds. Pick it up.
捡起来呀，捡起来呀，
Pick it up.
捡起来呀。Every October, when the nights grow colder and the shadows grow longer, we gather to share true encounters, strange, unexplained, moments that linger in our memories long after the lights go out. Welcome to Spooktober Storytime.
Souls in disguise, surprise in full. Turn off the lights, play in your earphones. And listen carefully, never let them know you know their existence.
Without further ado, let's welcome to the first story. So, it's from Evelyn from Utah. On a moonless, windy night, the weather was oddly pleasant, perfect for a late run. I invited 2 friends to join me, and we decided to jog through the school's infamous haunted corridor. At first, everything felt normal. The air was calm, our footsteps steady, but as we reached the far end, something changed. Almost at the same moment, all 3 of us felt it. That strange, heavy silence before something happens. The streetlights flickered violently, one after another, and a sudden gust of cold wind swept through. Without saying a word, we all turned and ran. We held hands tightly, sprinting through the darkness, the sound of footsteps echoing behind us. When we finally reached a brighter, safer area, I turned and asked them how they felt. That's when I realized there was no one on my right. But I swear I was holding someone's hand as I ran. I could feel the warmth, the grip, the pull. And worse, I could still hear footsteps on my right, even though both of my friends were on my left.
Welcome to the second story. When I was younger, I was on a vacation with my family, and we were sharing the same room in the same hotel. But for me, I couldn't stay in the dark, especially when it's at night and we were like sleeping. I keep overthinking and imagining things that I never saw before, especially the scary things. Alright, so that day we were all sleeping. It was in a quiet silence, except me. I was like sleeping on the bed and forcing myself to control my eyesight, not looking to other places, since I'm gonna be imagining things else. But that day, when I suddenly cannot hold myself, I just like look around. I saw beside the bathroom, there's a place usually dark, not light. There's a woman. She got a long curly hair and sitting over there with silence, holding herself, and her head was bowed super down. I saw her and then I stopped. I cannot breathe. And I turned my head again to force myself to complete sleeping. The second day, I saw the place that I saw the girl was a basket, a trash bin like that. So I thought it's just my imagination. So I just told my sister. But the craziest part is my sister kept silence and then she replied me, I saw her too.
Damn, so your sister actually saw the woman as well.
So it wasn't my imagination.
That's crazy. Well, I have another story from Zuko. He's from UOWM. So there goes. There was one time I went on a family trip with my aunt to Genting Highlands. It was a 1-day trip and they were about to go home. On their way down the mountain, they passed by beautiful flowers at the roadside. My aunt, who's religious and has a habit of decorating flowers to put beside our ancestors' altar, told my dad to stop the car. My aunt got out of the car and checked the flower's condition, whereas I was feeling that something was not right. I was born with the third sight and can sense something and stuff. So when my aunt started picking up the flowers, I heard whispers in my ear. It means pick up, pick it up, pick it up. It's in Mandarin, it said 捡起来呀，捡起来呀，捡起来呀. I was so scared. I quickly told my aunt to not pick them up and get in the car. Thankfully, she understood. And when she got in the car, we continued our journey back home while my aunt asked why. I told her, children died there. Don't just take flowers. Then, the journey back home was just pure silence. Those flowers, white, beautiful, almost glowing under the moonlight. If you've ever driven down Genting, you've probably seen them too.
That's crazy. Let's go through the third one. It's Mandy from UOW Bakukawan campus. So, to begin with, it's not a very scary story, but it's still one of the encounters that I remember. I remember that was a Wednesday, and I was wearing my KRS t-shirt. I was alone at home after school and chilling on the couch. I was looking at my tablet when I felt a sudden chill, and I just had that kind of feeling that I need to run out the living room, which is run out the house as well. So when I ran outside and I looked back, I saw the door, the living room. Within the door, there's a woman, like, floating without a head. That was crazy. I thought I was looking wrong, but what the things that made me ensure that was real, because my dog is barking through that direction. So I just told the incidents my father at night, and then the next day he's still a little bit over his lunchtime because he's supposed to go around 1:30 p.m. but then he stayed till 2:15 just to accompany me and make sure that I was no ghost. Thank you, Dad. I love you.
That's cute. Alright, moving on to the story. It's from, we don't know who that is, it's anonymous. But they are from JB, Johor Bahru. So this is how the story goes. This is the real story I called the 3:15 a.m. alarm. This happened back when I was in secondary school at Funyu High School in Johor Bahru. This story took place when I was in Form 2, which is also when they were 14, during a 2-day, 1-night camp organized by my club. Our assigned classroom was on the second floor of one of the school's oldest building, right on the very end of a quiet corridor. During the day, everything felt completely normal. We played games, laughed with friends, and learned a lot. The air was full of fun and noise, typical camp energy. At night, our teacher told us some ghost stories, and even tried to scare us a little. We all screamed and laughed, thinking it was just a harmless prank. Our next morning assembly is scheduled for 7:30 a.m., so we agreed to set one alarm for 6:30 a.m. After that, the girls in our room settled down and went to bed around 11 p.m. We could still hear faint sounds from the boys' room nearby. Someone was strumming a guitar, talking softly, joking around. Hours later, in the middle of the night, the room was silent, until 3 phones suddenly rang at the same time. The sound echoed in the dark classroom, and only one phone had set with an alarm, but all 3 were ringing. And the time was 3:15 a.m. The next morning, we tried to brush it off. Maybe it was a glitch, a coincidence, or maybe not. But when we asked the boys about their night, they said the same thing happened in their room. Same time, same eerie moment, 3:15 a.m. We all went silent, goosebumps crawling up our arms. Maybe whoever she was just wanted to wake us up. They just wanted to say, "Hey, I'm here." Or maybe she was already awake, watching us the whole time.
So come through the fifth story?
The last story.
The last story, alright. So it's from Mandy, UOW Bakukawan campus. When I was younger, my dad works in Sabah, while my rest of family living in Lebanon. Would visit him often. He stayed in his old 3- or 4-story apartment building, 2 units on each floor. In the apartment, there was a small, metallic, rounded chair. It's scraped against the floor and gonna make some screeching noise, which is like hurtful sometimes. You know the sounds. We don't like it. Why this is important? Because it's gonna be appear in my story right now. One night, while my dad was working a night shift, my sister and I were in his bedroom when we suddenly heard there's a scratching sound from outside the room. But the point is, there's no one outside. only me and my sister. So we did that noise. I was so scared and my sister trying to calm me down. So what she said is, don't worry, it might be the neighbors. Maybe they're like moving the chairs or like doing something around. I want to believe her so badly. I really did, but still feels like something wrong. Didn't feel it right. That sound came again a few times in following weeks. Always the sink scrapping. Always when Dad wasn't at home. Fast forward to just last year, I suddenly remember that moment. I thought about the layout of the apartment and realized something crazy, which is we would never hear the neighbors. None of the chairs, none of their voice, none of their furniture, not even their footsteps. Unless they were right outside our door, which means it really was our chair. Moving on, so.
That is crazy. So the neighbors weren't doing anything unless they were right outside your door.
Exactly, so the chair might just move by itself.
Could have been the wind.
Who knows?
And that was tonight's tale on Spooktober Storytime. Maybe it was just a coincidence, or maybe imagination, or maybe something else was there along the way, watching from us from the dark.
If you ever have your strange encounter, whisper it to us. And who knows? Maybe it might be the next story we're gonna tell.
We're your hosts. I'm Sherllyn.
I'm Tasneem.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you.